Hello, Group 4 again.
This is our update video. So what we're first going to talk about is what we've done since our disaster relief project has started. So we've worked on the problem statement, and we chose to focus on the wildfire scenario. So we had the problem statement and POV statements, and that was our first deliverable. And in that, we also made a HP table to kind of decide which criteria were most important as we move through the rest of our project. That was the first deliverable.
And then from there we moved on to kind of get rough drafts of 3 different interior designs of our planes, and eventually we settled on a medium-sized plane that had both like the capability to carry fire retardant and a small fire crew, and also has like a little monitoring station on board so that like you can track the fire from above.
And then from interior design, we learned a little bit about MATLAB and just simulation software. We did a small activity with Windmill to try and model the efficiency of it, but then we applied it to the actual project itself in terms of the actual wing design and then wing structure modeling. So at first we tried playing around with different parameters such as camber, chord, all the different things, or angle of attack too, to try and see which wing gave us a better lift and speed and all these other factors. And then with that wing, we then moved into wing structure. So we modeled it with balsa wood. We tried to see how strong each specific structure would be given a certain amount of weight. And then we used those structures, given the data that we had already conceived, and then put it into a simulator again to try and see which structure would give us the most strength while also being the lightest and therefore more cost-effective wing structure.
And so in our FSC lecture classes, we've learned about the engineering design process, and also just other like how to make a Gantt chart and other basic skills that have helped us throughout the entire project, just like to get a little bit of familiarity with concepts that might have been foreign to us before.
So moving forward from what we've already done, this week we're starting on our Arduino, and we're also updating our Gantt chart by Friday. So this next deliverable will probably be a little bit more like work intensive, and we'll probably cover more than a week's work, which is what like most of the project deliverables have taken now. So that'll probably be what our workload consists of up until October 31st. So we'll start learning about that through like our videos in the pre-lecture quizzes in FSC, and then also in our lecture on Wednesday, and then we'll actually get to apply it on lab on Friday.
And for COM, we're still planning on finishing up our videos sometime this month. We just have to, I think, finish 1 or 2 more scripts and record all of them, but we're feeling pretty good about that as of right now.
Anything else we need to work on between then?
I don't think so. I'd have to check the Gantt chart again.
Yeah, we'll just kind of update it based on what we've learned, and then based on what we learned in COM on Thursday, maybe about like what we're starting with our video and our poster. So maybe we can add in a few more dates or deadlines to just help us keep constant with it throughout the rest of the semester.
And that being said, we've maintained our initial goal of staying on or ahead of schedule, so there shouldn't be too much to revise. We might just have to add a few like specific tasks.
Yeah, that's one thing that we have been really good at. We usually finish the deliverables in lab, and sometimes even we finish them earlier, which is nice because it's not like we're skipping work, but we're just able to finish them and do like thorough work and stay ahead of schedule, usually by a week in comparison to maybe some of our other classmates.
Yeah, and because of our work ethic, we don't necessarily need too much help as of now in terms of like preparing a document or like finishing up a report. If anything, the like help / support that we need is really just in terms of like what other people have been playing around with, if other people have already been engaged in the wildfire research to see what sort of the solutions they're trying to come up with, what sort of wing designs they've seen, what sort of wing structures they've tried to play with, basically just trying to see and feel the waters as to what other people have been trying to do with the project, so that we kind of see what other solutions might be out there.
One thing that would be helpful to have is just some information on what other people's plane designs are costing, just because we want to like compare ours to that, because cost was one of our criteria, and right now we don't have anyone else's idea, like any other plane to compare our cost to.
Yeah, and this will definitely be helpful not only for our final report and FSC, but also for comms, so that when we make our poster, we have a lot of this data ready and able to use for the poster and in our video as well.
Yeah.
So as of right now, I think we'll just try and talk to the other wildfire groups in lab on Friday and just kind of see what they've come up with. And then if we do find that we need more help or support later on, we'll see what else we can find out.
Yeah.